What's going on, y'all? Apparently, this black Democrat woman who's in the government used her power to do a lot of nastiness. We're going to be checking this out through Black Conservative Perspective, right? And then if you guys want to make suggestions, join Discord. Hit the like button, hype button. I don't know how none of that work. I'm old. I think there's a new button called the hype button. Hit that too, if you can. I don't even know where it shows up. Let's check out this video from Black Conservative Perspective, man. Really cool guy, great content creator, stand-up person.
She was back in the
Highly recommend this channel. Go and check it out.
district at this event. We tried again.
I also wanted to ask you about the investigation into your families, but this is also part of her congressional duties. Congresswoman, you know, you're under investigation for the congressional ethics for violation of campaign finances.
You want to stop her?
Congresswoman, this is your district. You have to answer to these people.
Y'all can't jump in her way and stop her from walking. That's nasty. She's not threatening or trying to harm. Like, that's weird. She can ask questions.
Congresswoman.
Attorneys for her family's healthcare company aren't answering the I-Team's questions either.
She got her own personal police officer.
And the Department of Emergency Management says they won't comment on ongoing litigation, leaving taxpayers and her constituents wondering what happened to those millions.
Hold on. So the hype button pushes your video out to people that might not normally see your videos. I use my 3 times I could use the hype button for the week. Wait. There's a limit. I really have not taken the time to look at this because there's certain times when YouTube will roll out something and then there's some bull crap. So you're saying people get 3 hypes a week and they can use it on videos or live streams, and that sends people, that helps you with promotion? Hit that hype button, man. Stop playing. If y'all have any left, and I know you just said that you ran out of yours. If y'all got any left, hit that. I'm about to start saying that in every video on live stream now. That's crazy. So if people hit that, your videos will get promoted. Look out for your boy. Stop playing, man. Stop. Hit that hype button. The more hype points you get, the more people see the video. Thank you, Katarina. I appreciate the heck out of that. Thank you for letting me know that. Hit the hype button. You watching this playback? Because I'm going to clip this up on my other channel. Make sure you subscribe to BX Beast Boy Clips. You should be able to find it on my homepage. But hit that hype. I didn't know that. Wow. I'm going to say that all day. F to hit the like button, nigga. Hit that hype button. That's what we need out here in these streets. Hit that.
Several months later.
Start with breaking news now at 7. A federal grand jury.
Yeah, hit the hype button on one of my videos earlier. Yeah, I appreciate that, Bix. Appreciate the heck out of that. That's love right there. Nah, real talk. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I didn't know that's what that does. I kept hearing people saying, I'm like, hit whatever, but now I know I'm going to say that shit more. I mean, I'm starting my video off with hit the hype button if you're able to. If you're able to. Like, let's get it going. I don't think you hit the hype button on live streams. Okay. This is still going to be clipped out. So when I upload the edited version, hit that hype button, nigga. Videos only? I bet. I still edit my live, so I'm going to say it. Y'all going to hear me say it during live streams. I'm going to be like, man, we can't. It's because we were recording a segment. And yes, you're going to have to hear this during the video. You're like, this nigga is learning what the hype button. Check me out on live. Check me out on live, man.
In Miami has returned an indictment charging Congresswoman Sheila Shirtless McCormick with stealing federal disaster funds, laundering the proceeds, and using the money to support her 2021.
I got the best supporters in the game, man. Y'all be putting me on and stuff. Thank you, man. Real talk. I really appreciate the hell out of y'all. Y'all be putting me on.
Congressional campaign. According to the indictment, Shirtless McCormick and her brother, both from Miramar, worked with their
learning.
family healthcare company on a FEMA-funded COVID-19 vaccination staffing contract
crazy.
back in 2021.
She's
It
wild.
says the company received an overpayment of $5 million and routed the money through multiple accounts to disguise its source. We'll have much more on this breaking news tonight on CBS News Miami at 11.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about ratchet. Yeah. Democratic rep.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Yeah, that's nasty work right there. That's disgusting. Like, come on, dude.
Representative Shayla Shafillis McCormick, who has been indicted for allegedly stealing over $5 million in FEMA funds and laundering some of the funds to her campaign. Now, I want to talk about this because I'm not calling this woman ratchet because she's black, right? I'm calling her ratchet because she
ratchet.
claims that she's ratchet. She admitted that she's a ratchet member of Congress.
I'm a little ratchet, we're from Florida.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So,
what song do you listen to when you're getting ready for a speech? What empowers you? What gets you going?
right now, the song that I like, but I mean, I'm a little ratchet, we're from Florida.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So, a lot of JT songs, I be.
Wow.
You a JT fan?
Sure, I'm from Florida.
Girl.
If you know, you know.
It's about the female rappers that brag about robbing men and doing crimes and all that. I think she was in prison most of her songs coming out, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
I know.
So, yes.
Okay,
The rapper
now
she's
speaking
referencing.
from a person who is a small business owner and does social media and is part of the middle class, what is the CBC doing to combat the terrors, especially when it comes to minorities? Because we will be highly affected in that area more than anyone else.
I mean, the biggest attack we saw for our small businesses has been this anti-diversity, equity, and inclusion. There's how can I say it? There's a myth that they try to associate that Black business.
Wait, I said, I wonder what she seasons her food with, though. Hennessy. Or Coke 45.
Don't deserve the contracts that they're getting, which is totally false. We work actually harder. So protecting small businesses, making sure that they are actually given a fair chance without now being discriminated under this anti-DEI policy is so important. But also we're making sure that the actual products that they have access to is available. When you talk about tariffs and what they're doing with the tariffs, trying to, tax everything, that's really going to put our small businesses in a bind because a lot of the different goods that they sell actually are being sold to the community and it's actually making the community thrive. So we're fighting on every front to make sure that we're protecting our Black businesses.
Yeah, see that you heard that. Her words, not mine.
You said
right?
last
Now,
name.
this woman was under investigation for potential campaign finance violations. And I want to play this news clip of her being confronted about this controversy earlier this year. Now, keep in mind, again, this is a congresswoman, a sitting member of Congress from South Florida. Okay. And I want to go ahead and get into this because, again, there's been questions about the nearly $6 million in taxpayer money that was overpaid to her family's company. Okay. And how that money got shuffled into her campaign fund. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Liz Quidantes.
And I'm Jim Grimes.
Tonight, an update on a growing controversy involving Congresswoman Sheila Shurfulis McCormick and the nearly $6 million in taxpayer money overpaid to her company, Trinity Healthcare Services, for its work assisting with the state's COVID response.
Yeah, for weeks now, our Victoria DeCardenas has been trying to get some answers from the Congresswoman about where the money went when she was the CEO of Trinity.
Now she has tried again. Victoria, how did it go?
Let me set the stage for you. The Congresswoman was doing a ribbon cutting for a new business here in Riviera Beach, just down the street from our news station, which made this my first opportunity to ask what happened to these millions of dollars face to face. Florida's Department of Emergency Management is suing Trinity Healthcare Services because the state accidentally overpaid invoices to the tune of more than $5.7 million. And when they asked the company to return those tax dollars, They claim they got no response. Weeks after the lawsuit was filed, Trinity's attorneys told the I-Team they did respond, but the state ignored them. The overpayments occurred in the spring of 2021, while Sherfilis McCormick was the CEO of Trinity, her family's company. She left the job soon afterwards to run for Congress and eventually won the seat formerly held by Alcee Hastings. But the Office of Congressional Ethics has been investigating her campaign finances, and she reported to them she got a $6 million.
It's a nasty political game, bro. It's sick. The way they be out here, bro. Can't be the only one. They got to be a plethora of other people in the government doing the same type of shit, bro.
$1 million raise from Trinity in 2021. And just days after Trinity was overpaid by $5 million, Sherfilis McCormick personally loaned her congressional campaign committee $2 million. And she reported making more large loans after that. We tried to get answers from the Congresswoman before, but since she was back in the district at this event, we tried again.
I also wanted to ask you about the investigation into your families, but this is also part of her congressional duties. Congresswoman, you know, you're under investigation for the congressional ethics for violation of campaign finances.
Wow.
Congresswoman, this is your district. You have to answer to these people.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Congresswoman.
Attorneys for healthcare company.
Wow.
She taking flight.
Wow. We got to replay that. We have to replay this.
Yeah, she taking
Look
flight.
at her face, bruh.
That was funny as hell. Hold on, let me see.
Look at her face. When she's confronted with this question, just look at her face.
Back in the district at this event, we tried again.
I also wanted to ask you about the investigation into your families. But this is also part of her congressional duties. Congresswoman, you know, you're under investigation.
Guilty as hell. Guilty. Guilty. This woman going to jail. She going to jail. Yeah. She going to prison, right? To be more accurate.
Done.
Apparently, she can face up to 50 plus years in prison for this. 50 plus years.
Blatantly
she guilty as hell. I can just tell from the look on her face, that interaction just says guilty. Guilty. I don't even know anything else. Guilty. Right?
Yeah,
guilty.
And for the congressional ethics for violation of campaign finances.
Man, look at her. They trying to stop her.
Congresswoman, this is your district. You have to answer to these people.
Right. She's not doing nothing wrong.
Congresswoman.
Attorneys for her family's healthcare company aren't answering the I-Team's questions either. And the Department of Emergency Management says they won't comment on ongoing litigation, leaving taxpayers and her constituents wondering what happened to those millions. One piece of new information we do have tonight is that this case is going to mediation, so it's out of the courts for now. Attorney Mark Rosen of LaBelle Rosen, who is not involved in this case, says all that means is a person who is certified by the state will work with both parties to resolve the dispute out of court. If they reach a settlement, Rosen expects it will be made public because it's the people's money. If they can't come to an agreement, it could wind up back in court.
Yeah. So you see that, you heard that.
Yeah, it seemed like she
fast
going
forward
down.
to today. This one.
It seemed like Shorty going down, bro. It seemed like Shorty going down. She blatantly was running just now.
Woman has been indicted. So let's read here. Representative Sherfilis McCormick was indicted by a federal grand jury in Florida for allegedly stealing $5 million in FEMA overpayments to her company and funneling some of the money into her congressional campaign. Sherfilis McCormick faces up to 53 years in prison if convicted, Justice Department prosecutors said in a press release announcing the indictment. The Florida Democrat has been under investigation by House ethics watchdogs since 2023 over alleged improper donations to the special election campaign that first got her elected to Congress. A Sherfilis McCormick spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for comment, though the Congresswoman has previously denied wrongdoing in relation to the congressional ethics probes into her. The indictment alleges that Sherfilis McCormick and her brother received a $5 million overpayment in 2021 as part of a FEMA-funded COVID vaccination staffing contract to their family healthcare company, according to prosecutors from the Southern District of Florida. Yeah. So again, this was while she was CEO. Wow. She received an overpayment of taxpayer funds, and when asked to give the funds back, right? She was like, "Well, we ain't really got the money, right?" And allegedly, Shafillis McCormick and co-defendants then laundered the money, and a substantial portion of it went to her campaign. So Shafillis McCormick is known to have loaned.
Man, that's what happened when you hire somebody based off of how ratchet they are. And she had to put whether she was a Nicki Minaj fan or a Cardi B fan on her resume.
Her 2021 campaign, $3.7 million, but eventually repaid $2 million of that. Shafillis McCormick was already facing a 2026 primary challenge from 26-year-old teacher Elijah Manley, who has based his campaign on allegations of corruption against her. Manley outraged Shafillis McCormick between July and September of this year, bringing in $114,000 in donations to her $68,000. Yeah, so I think this woman is cooked, right? She's cooked. My only gripe here is that it should have been Jasmine Crockett. Why couldn't it have been Jasmine Crockett? If we're going to get a ratchet Democrat, we should have got...
Yo, nah, I ain't going to front. I was just about to say that. That's who that remind me of. Like, they got to be friends. They got to be connected somehow, nigga. They probably go to the same clubs, parties,
Not the number one ratchet. Should have been Jasmine Crockett, right? But
I was just thinking that.
I'll take this woman as a consolation prize. Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised at all. Ratchets do what ratchets do, right? She claims that she listens to ratchet music, so clearly she's influenced by ratchet people, and she's participating in these type of behaviors. I'm not surprised at all. Money laundering, stealing taxpayer funds, par for the course when it comes to Democrats. So we're gonna see, right? We're gonna see. I don't know. I mean, like, to me, it seems pretty straightforward that this woman's cooked, that she's definitely going to prison. I just want to see how Democrats are going to defend this, right? Because apparently you're not supposed to criticize a black woman, right? Because black women never do anything wrong. But every time you look, crazy. They always getting caught up in a fraud scheme, right?
Facts.
It's the same pattern over and over and over again. This is why they don't want you to criticize them, right? Because they're always doing some stuff like this, right? This is what black Democrats are always up to. So we're going to see what happens. But my gut feeling tells me that this woman is going to jail for a long, long, long time, unless some Democrat wins.
And she would deserve it, bro. 100%.
And then, you know, she gets pardoned or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think that she's cooked, right? I think.
Rightfully so. Yeah, rightfully so. 100%. I do think that she was wilding out in these streets. I think that she was straight tripping. You know what I mean? And yeah, she deserves what she got or what she's gonna get. And I know she ain't the only one. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Share the video. All that good stuff.